Welcome back to Dice at the Table Productions. This is our actual play of The Kingdom of the Grave, a homebrew campaign set in the world of Eru. It uses the Pathfinder 2nd Edition remastered rules, and we also use various assets from Forgotten Adventures. That would be token assets and map assets primarily. So I want to make sure to say thank you to them. We also use music and sounds by Monument Studios, Alexander Nakarada, and Michael Gelfi Studios. And we would also like to thank Dubby, our sponsor. That's dubby.gg. And we have a promo code DATT, that's Dice at the Table, 2026. So DATT 2026 will get you 10% off of Dubby. And what exactly is Dubby? Dubby is like a Gatorade powder energy drink supplement, or alternative to like Monster and things like that. It's not carbonated, and it has uh, all the kick, none of the crash. Uh, Doug, what's your current favorite W flavor?
My current flavor, I like. Let me pull them out real quick here. I like the Dragonade, which is a dragon fruit lemonade, and I usually mix that with passion fruit. Um, so I do combos. Yeah, it's the
Nice.
passion fruit dub sauce, which I think was a limited run, and the Dragonade.
All right. Steph, how about you? What's your favorite flavor?
As always, my favorite flavor is the beach and peach. And
Nice.
unfortunately, I went to look at the other day and they're sold out. That's how popular it is.
Nice. And yeah, if you buy it with DATT2026 as a promo code, you get 10% off, and they send a little bit our direction to help keep the lights on. Me personally, I like the Galaxy Grenade. That one was like my go-to. All right, that being said, we have an adventure to get back to. You guys had successfully slain Banthus Almagia and all of his minions, and then the elite rogue Shogoth had most of the party grappled, and you guys managed to finally chop it down. And with that, we have some loot. So I put a pile of loot on the desk there. Or not the desk, the chair.
Nice. Okay. Okay, and I will read off the loot table. We have a +1 striking kukri, bands of force, elixir of life, greater, healing potion, major, invisibility potion, a knapsack of halfling kind, a four lang ruby, one set of library robes. That's nice. One each, monster parts, Denizen of Lang, Lang Spider, Levelach, and Shogoth. One poisonous dagger, one ring of sustenance, one shrinking potion, greater, one specialist ring, it's coded for necromancy, and one greater staff of the dead. Also got 10 platinum pieces, or it might be 20 platinum pieces. It says one of two here.
It's 10 platinum, 250 gold, 500 silver,
Okay.
12,784 pennies.
Okay.
And if we split the currency 6 ways,
Yeah. All right.
So, what do you guys want to do next?
Oh boy. Those bands of force are nice.
They would definitely be beneficial for someone who's more of a frontline person.
Yeah. I got sustenance.
Personally, I do not want to explore this place too much. I'm happy with just the idea of just leaving again,
Yeah,
but
we can leave and then check
I have
out
a
other
feeling that
things at
business is
hand.
not quite done.
Yeah, we've got the other people of, and I use people very loosely, of Lang that are throughout the complex here.
Yeah, and some other spiders too, so.
Let's see. Carrick is barely hurt. Raymond is not feeling good. Why is Roach dead again?
Yeah, it is. It lists, yeah, Roach has dead.
You dropped to 0 hit points. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I don't know either. And now it just barely hurt, but yeah.
Yeah, it's because I fixed it.
Yeah. That's an interesting glitch.
I'm not even sure where Serena is on the map.
I'm right next to you.
Oh! Oh, your token isn't there. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I can tell it's, yeah. I don't know why I'm not showing up, but.
It's an interim thing until they get these stuff debugged.
I know. I can't see me either. I'm fine with that. I can see my ring, so I'm good. My glow buff. Yeah.
Nope, that didn't work. All right. Hi. So you guys want to just grab the loot and get the fuck out?
Pretty much. I mean, if Raymond was here, he would want us to absolutely be inspecting the place, looking for any loot. The glyphs are part of the tiles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're not something we can take with us.
Okay. So you guys are just gonna egress the whole building. I'm assuming leave the whole site.
That's what I'm looking at, yeah.
All right.
It shows the door is open here. Okay, so we're just leaving as opposed to. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are over here.
I'm trying to figure out where over here is.
West of your guys' kingdom by about half the map.
Okay. Oh, okay. There we are. Southeast of the city in unrest. Was Nather going to try and not Nather, Carrick going to try and contact the dead armies that he controls now?
Well, he can, but they move slowly, so it's going to take a long ass time for him to get to where they're going.
They should just stay at the keep and whatnot. If we lose them, so what? But at least there'll be bodies there to defend.
See, I don't remember what all the plan was.
Okay, are these the unredeemed or whatever it is up here next to us? No, Army of Elverin, that's what that is.
Yeah, it's not feeling good.
Yeah, that needs help.
That's the one that's on the way home because they got their ass routed.
Oh, okay. Okay, so. Are we gonna meet up with the unredeemed up here and get up into Bastion's Port?
I don't know. I don't know what the plan is.
Well, you guys sent a bunch of armies all over. Um, and then you guys tracked down the Fairhill destruction thing, and that's what you guys just dealt with was basically taking care of Banthus, who apparently sacked Fairhill. But you guys didn't really discuss like if you guys were gonna then ride on to Bastion's Port and like seize the city or defend the city or whatever.
um,
I am not a war strategist person, so I have no idea what to do.
Okay, so it falls to Doug and Pete. What are you guys thinking?
Joy. Um, I say we meet up with the unredeemed and help the city where and what we can.
Okay. That is 105 miles. It's going to take a little bit of time. Okay. A whole bunch of expired effects are going to populate.
Yeah.
As long as I don't expire like we have on both beginning of both sessions.
Okay. Get rid of that because you guys have dealt with that. Dealt with that. Know about that. All right, cool. So what we have here is we have a couple of your guys' armies that are moving into the area. And then they've got some. He's going to go away. All right. One of y'all do a diplomacy check.
That probably should be Nate.
He's not here.
Does anybody else know what their diplomacy is?
Mine is poor, I can tell you that right now.
Jesus Christ. Only one of the three of you is trained. Okay.
Well, Voldr would be better than mine. Carrick would be better than mine.
Here, there's diplomacy. If I can get it to do it. But yours is a plus 23. I'm a plus 1.
Well, yes, that's why I was saying that Carrick and Carrick's got 25, I think. I was
Yeah.
just looking at.
All right.
Voldrgren's 27, so.
All right. Carrick is able to get to explain to Bastion's Port that the forces that arrived are here to help, not to seize control. We're now on the 25th of Tabina by the time you guys get there. There'll be some flashing of the screen while time catches up. Alright, we have two major armies and two generals to deal with. So, with that in mind, what armies do you want to send?
The rest thing and spell prep.
Well, you can do spell prep if you want. Yeah. Because it's been like a week.
Yeah, it's been days. We should all be refreshed on everything. Okay.
Rest and invest. Okay. So, which army do you wish to face? Like, how do you want to do this?
Well, I think the barely hurt one's probably going to be a better shot for our fresh guys to go against.
These ones are ours. I thought.
Oh, those. Okay. Sorry.
Well, these two right here are not yours. Sorry, this one is
Okay.
definitely not. That's Sebastian's Legion and Knights of the Wheel.
Okay. But we're trying to help these ones as opposed to hurt them.
Yes, but there's two other armies that want to fuck
Yeah.
everything up. I need to know what you guys like. What army are you sending against them?
The South unredeemed against the Skull Banner.
All right. It's a solid hit. It's a miss.
Why is the cavalry the ones taking damage?
Because it mistargeted them.
Okay.
Two. Target. Okay. They're going to attempt to disengage. So target and maneuver. Okay. Okay, they are breaking.
Okay. And get the other unredeemed to come over and attack from this side.
This one?
That one.
There's a hit by 2. There's a hit by 3. There's a miss. That is a hit. Skeletal Knights are not the right one to take the damage, though. I love that it does this differently for fucking armies. That's a miss. And that is a hit.
Okay. Disengage the the north one.
Yeah,
Why is okay? It's hitting both of the cavalries.
no, 4. Oh, they're the same unit. That's why. Fuck. Okay.
Huh.
This is unredeemed. Here we go. Give me a second. Duplicate. All right, that works. There we go. Okay, they are able to break.
Okay.
Who do you want to send against the Skeletal Knights?
Well, I'd like for the Bastion Knights to go after them, but I'm not the one to command them.
Alright, they'll try and attack.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they miss. Oh, shit. That is a critical, which triggers their all-out assault, which is a follow-up, which is also a hit. So that is 3 points of damage. And
Okay,
they
so they're gonna
are
try and break if they can.
not able to break.
Oh, crap.
Which means their follow-up will in fact destroy them. Alright, we'll put them in the discard pile. Alright. And with that, the Skeletal Knights are going to advance towards the capital.
Okay.
Both Bastion armies went out and, well, one was defeated, and then you sent out one of the unredeemed, and they were defeated. The other unredeemed is not defeated. What do you want to do?
Southern Redeem will attack, and at some point I'd like the western of the two castles to come up to this hex.
Okay. You want it right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, their return. That is a crit. That is 2 points of damage to the unredeemed, leaving them with 2 hit points for their army cohesion.
Right. Fortress will attack.
Fuck.
Critical miss. Good God. Skeletal Knights don't fuck around.
Okay. Well, skeletal knights are going to attack the unredeemed. With a hit.
Unredeemed will try to rout.
Right, disengage. They successfully disengage. So they will be... They're technically in the same spot as the barely hurt Knights of the Wheel.
No. Okay.
All right. Tower to
Yeah.
the Knights again. All right. That is a hit. Oh, shit. I don't know if they're prone to stupefaction, but what the hell? All right. Yep. Okay, they got about half their hit points left.
Okay.
Wow. They're disengaging the War Wizard.
Okay.
Well, they don't have a way to attack the floaty castle.
Right. Other castle will warp over to here. And hit the knights.
All right. Hit by 5. Target.
Wow, you're so
Very
dominant.
cool. So 1. All right. They're going to disengage the other one.
Wow, you're so dominant.
Okay.
All right.
Castle attacks the at death's door, routed.
You're not going to keep up with them, but sure. Remember, the castles are slow as fuck after they teleport. And that is a miss. These guys are going to...
Okay. Bastion's cavalry will try the skeletal knights.
Okay. Hit by 4. So they're going to do some damage. How did I miss by +1? How does that work? Oh, I rolled a 1 straight up. Okay. Fair enough.
And it's open.
I miss.
Yeah. Damn.
right. This could be a close fight. Or not. That might have actually just gotten them. Down to 2. All right. Two. All right. This is probably going to be the deciding attack. Okay. Shitballs. Knights of the Wheel have been destroyed. And the Skeletal Knights are routed because they have a hit point left. So.
Okay.
You have the Wizard Towers, and that is it.
Right.
And these things can outrun the Wizard Tower. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys do successfully defend against the first attack, the first siege of Bastion's Port. That was 3 days. Alrighty.
I feel bad that we got both of their armies killed, but
And you have 2 full strength towers?
yeah. And both of our unredeemed are not feeling good, so.
Yeah, they're heading back alongside these guys. March about 150. So yeah, the unredeemed are going to be going back to reconstitute themselves.
Right.
The city itself is still in a state of disarray.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
I don't know what we can do.
How long is it going to take for these guys to unfuck themselves?
Unknown.
Okay. We figure out what else is causing them to be in disarray. What's causing unrest in Bastion's Port?
Well, golly, there's a perfectly fine thing right outside there that looks like it's a big bad's
No,
army.
these are the generals for these armies. We can't take on them until we defeat these 2.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to go. We're gonna have to raise more army or something. Go and heal up what we got, and
I mean, after a day of rest, the tower can just warp over to them and blow them up the rest of the way.
that might not be a bad idea.
Well, there's some logistics to that have to be considered.
Okay.
So, how far do you think the average nearsighted sorcerer can see? Even in a elevated tower. Because I,
I don't
30
know.
miles.
well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see 40 miles away. And so,
I mean, that depends on weather conditions, doesn't it?
it depends on a lot of stuff. The idea of like teleporting with precision on top of an army in a 10 mile grid, and then or within 10 mile space, and then engaging with them when they can outrun you is, I don't know if it's going to be very successful. But you can try it. I mean, if you don't get them in the first shot, then you're done for the day, basically, because they're going to outrun the floaty castles.
Okay. This guy is Sarasek's dad, right?
Probably.
Okay. We've met. I've talked to him. I use pinpoint.
Wait a minute. Let me double check. Because I don't think. Actually. Yeah, it is Moorgrave. Okay, so you want to, like, pinpoint his location?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll cast the spell. Okay. Level 8 pinpoint, you know where he's at. He's right here.
Yep. So we send a tower directly to him. Blow him up.
Okay, cool. So, once again, armies can't target individuals. Individuals can't target armies. Or did we forget
Is
that?
he not with his army?
He is an individual, and armies
Okay.
can't target individuals. And how you guys, like, hunted down prior generals and shit was by destroying their army, which drives them away from their army. Right? Getting them separate from their army. Then you can target them as as player on NPC violence. You can drop a tower at the location of one of these armies. You then have effectively an attack to hit them. Otherwise, they're going to outpace the tower.
Okay. So we drop him on the skeletal knights.
All right.
Pray for a good hit.
It's a
Fucking
miss by.
shit.
Do you want to try the other one?
Sure.
That's a hit by 2. And that will destroy them. All right.
All right. Can I even bother trying to go after the other one with that same one?
No, because These are traveling
Okay.
armies.
All right.
That's another day. All right, do you want to try the same thing?
Yeah.
All right. Target. Swing. Hits by 0. And that will take him out.
I'll take it. Okay.
Excellent. That leaves one army left.
And he's way the fuck over there.
Yeah, but he's also been marching and it's been several days, so he can be on the banks right there.
Crap.
Well, the good news is these guys are going to get to Iskari pretty quickly. What do you want to do?
Okay, group vote. Do we kill this one first before going after these individual generals, or do we go after the generals first?
I have no idea. I don't know what the different armies are made of, or
Well, this is the only army left.
well, and they are. It says medium rare undead.
That's just the general.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
are these
believe this is
undead?
the other vampire thing.
Yeah.
Vampire guy.
If you want to go for it, go for it.
Yeah, let's go for him. We need to take these out before they fuck up Bastion support.
Okay, so one more day. Teleport, teleport.
Yeah.
All right. Target. Range. Critical hit and nat 20. Nice.
Oh wow.
That does 3 points of damage. Alrighty. Well, it would help if I'm fucking targeting the right guy. There's a hit by 6. Doing 1 point of damage. Alright, and then the other tower hits by 5. Alright. Okay, both towers have suffered damage. Keep up the attack.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. That was a melee. It needs to be arranged. Oh, didn't get better. Alright. Also a miss.
Shit.
That is a hit. Tower 5 has taken a hit. And responding. Misses. And responding. Misses. Shit. Targeting. Range. Hit. Tower 1 has taken a hit. Oh shit. They are out of ranged ammo.
How?
Because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ammo strikes with their ranged attack. Everybody has a maximum for range.
Fuck.
Do you want Tower 1 to drop down to where they can attack melee style, or do you want to have them stay up in the air?
They seem more protected up in the air, even though they keep taking hits.
Well, the guys you're
Um,
fighting have ranged weapons.
I could see that.
So, do you want the castle to go down and engage in melee, or stay above and disengage?
If the castle only has the 5 ranged attacks, how many ranged attacks would the other side have?
Up to 5.
Okay, and the melee attacks at the castles?
The melee attacks it can do as many melee attacks as it wants. The only issue is if it touches down, if I can get it down to 0, I can actually seize the castle. Because I can run dudes in.
No. Fuck. Oh, this is not good.
I think it may be time for the castles to retreat. Or maybe
Yeah.
you've hurt them some.
Okay, so they got to do a disengage. That's not a big deal. Okay, so come on, computer, catch up. Oh, goody. I've lost connection to the server. Attempting to reestablish.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Oh, goody. I just got a black screen.
A black screen, huh?
Yeah, well, it disconnected long enough to give me a black screen. So this is awesome. Great. Slow network is detected. Cool,
Well,
thank
that
you.
may not be on your end.
That's just going to give me something to edit out, is relogging in. It's going to be a fucking pain in the ass. Alright, so, the towers can float across the river over to Bastionsport. They could just float, in the sky down the river, sort of heading back to base. They can teleport in a day.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys want to do with them?
Mm-hmm. That sounds exactly like what we want to do.
Okay. Um, and then what about you, the players? Are you retreating from Bastionsport?
Well, I don't know, guys.
Um, strategically, getting away from Bastion's port sounds like a good idea, but I don't know how stable that particular alliance would be if we abandoned them.
Look, the basics of it is we got the bad guys off their doorstep, and they can handle it the rest of the way from there. They
They
need to
don't
rebuild their
have any
army.
army left, and these guys are still within striking distance. They're all going to be vampires if we leave them.
Can you bless them?
I don't know if I'm powerful enough to do an entire city's worth of bless.
I'm gonna go with that's a no. I don't think you can pull off a sanctify a whole city versus undead maneuver.
I mean,
It was just a thought. Can you bless all their well water so it's all holy?
That won't hold up, but the amount of time it's going to take to quote unquote fortify Bastionsport with no armies, the army's going to be there already. So like if you were to try to like sanctify the ground, sanctify the waters, I mean you're looking at like some Moses turning turn everything to blood kind of level. Um, all this army has to do because it's undead is just go into the water, pass through the water, and it's basically right there. It's a 20-mile
Okay.
trip.
Well, and it's an army. There's no way that we 6 individuals can take on the army.
right.
So I'm assuming the Lords of Alvarin and your armies are retreating at this time.
I think that would be the case.
Unfortunately,
Alright.
that's gonna put a major damper in our trade routes, but
Yeah, well.
You will have
don't get
lost
much
10
out of
trading
Bassinsport
partners.
anyway.
Alright.
Yeah. And there's no way we can get. Okay. I guess they move fast enough. We can reconstitute them and.
Well, these three are going to teleport after a day. Like the two towers and the
Yeah.
party, right? And the other guys are just hauling ass.
Right. And they have been for several days anyway, so they shouldn't have
Yeah.
been over there anyway. Well, we did what we could. Fuck.
Yeah, well.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
I think this is probably the time when we make sure that we contact every asset, every army, etc., that we have any chance of getting people to raise armies and send to. And anybody that
Yeah.
we've already done that should have already been responding, etc. I mean, we are about to get hammered.
A little bit. Alright, what are you guys thinking next?
Fortify home.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to reconstitute all our armies that we can. Those that are not feeling good need to get some help.
Yeah, run heals on as much as possible, etc.
Well, it's not just that. We have to train new soldiers and
Yes, but heal the ones that have been injured and
yeah. Shit takes time though, unfortunately.
not as much time as all that. If you've got several of us that are doing bless
Yeah.
or heal or whatever, and
I was talking more to train the soldiers up to spec,
yeah,
but
that takes some time. But
um but if time is irrelative.
well, I have no idea how any of that crap works.
You're gonna need a bubble for a training room.
Yeah, well, that's for Kirik to figure out. I have nothing to do with it.
I know.
It's not that I'm opposed or anything, but that's messing with time. I don't do that.
Okay, so we're going to reconstitute the redeemed and the army of Alvarin. And I'm assuming you want the towers to get healed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and you want to create any new armies or what?
Well, we probably need to create a new one or two to replace ones that have died.
Well, the only two that died during that entire thing were Bastion ports.
Okay.
The rest of them managed to evade and scamper.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. I just got booted from Foundry. A Foundry VTT server connection reestablished. It's like, okay. Maybe that's an indicator that this should be a good place to give it a rest.
Yeah, I guess if you guys want to do that, we can call it a session. Mostly just dealing with army stuff, and then we will advance 1 month. I'm gonna wait till like you guys are all logged off to do this because otherwise your guys'
Right.
systems are gonna freak the fuck out. But that's gonna let you guys reconstitute the three armies, retrofitting them, bringing them up to speed, blah blah blah. They'll be a little bit stronger this time. Um, and then you guys have some decisions to make. Oh, I need to re-up some ammo as well. Alrighty. Cool. And then I think that's about it, everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. This has been Dice at the Table. If you want to support us at all, we do have a Patreon page, patreon.com/CW/Dice at the Table. I've also got some other projects there as well. And yeah, we appreciate any help. And other than that, don't forget to drink Dubby. DUBBY.GG is the web page. DATT2026 is the promo code. Save yourself some money on that. Thank you very much, everybody. See you guys next week.